I have a training horse in for 60 days that's a little bit older, and she has a funny habit of not being good at traveling in a straight line. This is the second training horse I've had that's older that is not confident in a straight line and truly doesn't know where they're supposed to go when not given a direction to go. And that got me thinking that something I was told years ago by a reining trainer is true, and that is that barrel racers spend too much time going in circles. We so often concentrate on the barrel turn that we forget about the straight lines in between those turns, and so we never practice it at home. So here's something you can do during the week to kind of change up your exercise routine that may pay off in the long run in your barrel runs. As you can see, I'm on a 3-year-old, and I'm just using the arena to travel straight lines. I go in nice straight lines, turn corners, and then straight lines again. It's kind of like playing Pac-Man is how I would describe it. Just look for any chance you have to take a straight line with your horse. I like to have them collect up a little bit in the corners and raise their inside shoulder like they would approaching a barrel. This mare has a good direction and a bad direction. I'm sorry I go out of view here. I do not have a videographer, so I do my best to stay in view, but my phone just can't quite capture the whole arena. I do this exercise a lot on my seasoned mare that just needs exercise, doesn't need much training or schooling on the pattern. Seasoned horses tend to get short in a barrel run because they know the pattern so well and they know their job so well. So I am expecting to go run at some pretty small arenas these next couple weekends, and so to remind her that it's safe to run at a wall and close to a wall, I've been doing this exercise a lot. For young horses, this is also, I think, going to give this mare the confidence to run a little deeper into a turn because she's not going to shy away from being so close to a fence to make a turn. When I first started this exercise in this video, I don't do this much with her because every time I ride, she's only 3, so I feel like there's things we could work on, turn better, move better, stuff like that. But she showed me right away that she needs this. She was very hesitant to get very close to that fence and make a left-hand turn, second barrel, left-hand turn. It took her 3 or 4 times before she thought, oh, I'm not going to hit the fence. I can stay soft and give you my nose and turn to the left. So this, I'm hoping, will alleviate some of the diving issues we've had with second barrel. And I feel like this could do that for a lot of horses. I often see at a barrel race horses running diagonally at a barrel turn. And I think part of that may come from the fact they are not comfortable running up into a wall or a fence. As the rider, I'm just looking straight ahead and riding to a point on the fence, and I'm hoping my horse travels there. If you are always having to steer your horse to keep him going in a straight line, that is a sign that your horse is not confident in straight lines and not confident running at walls and fences. So I am just looking up, picking a point on the fence and riding right to it. And of course, my horse is not going to run into that fence. So when she shuts down to rate, I just ask for the inside shoulder and inside nose and let her come around, just as I would want her to be confident to do in a barrel run.
as you can see, I really didn't do much, trotting around the arena on the fence. I tried to stay off the fence. Sometimes we only do straight lines against the fence, and then we don't realize our horse is using that fence as a boundary. They're not thinking about their body and how they're traveling. So I went lengthwise, I went crosswise, and I don't know if you could tell, but in the video, this horse is much more confident making a right-hand turn than a left-hand turn. Going to the fence, knowing she was going to turn to the left, she started trying to run diagonally at the fence. And that's her second barrel, which sometimes she tends to dive into a little bit. So she needs more work of this sort of stuff, definitely. And then you can see how I went diagonally and let her pick up some speed. Also a great way to condition and get them good at handling speeds and then rating down in a nice straight line and turning without having to do a barrel pattern. It's kind of fun, they kind of enjoy it, but that's just something to kind of spruce up your daily routine with your horse this winter. And if it helps work on something like diving, that's awesome.